Hi, Misha here, and when we went to the range, decided to bring this gun out, one we haven't had out in a while, although we did a video on it several years ago. This is my Walther PPQ, but not a standard version. This is the first edition, which is essentially a suppressor ready version, along with my silencer company Osprey 9mm suppressor. So here is the kit, and with that, let's run a few rounds through it. It's been a while.
A lot more kickback than what often happens.
Yep.
A little blast back too. But it's quiet.
Welcome to suppressors.
I can see the heat whirls coming off of it already.
And it's not very hot out there.
No. Bird doesn't appreciate it. It's clear.
Alrighty. PPQ.
Held open. Why did I put hearing protection on again?
I don't know. Same reason I did. Habit. Yeah, why were we wearing Ear Pro? We were using Sig Sauer brand 147 grain ammo, so it is subsonic out of this, and therefore it is hearing safe. And my ears are getting sweaty anyway.
Go ahead.
PPQ.
Sounds like you're firing a nail gun or a staple gun.
So a fun and reliable gun, although since it is suppressed, it's going to have a little more oomph, and it does get dirty. But that's just the price you pay. So in the kit, we have the pistol itself. It comes with the usual mag loader. There are places for 2 mags, a standard and an extended, plus the one in the gun. And it handily has a place for the suppressor, and it even has a small hole for your thread protector here if you're not using it. Plus it has a small compartment down here. I have the tool for the Osprey and the back straps in it. So a reasonably well appointed case. Some people complain that it's not the best in the world. It's no Pelican case, but it has real hinges and real fasteners, and is certainly nice and something practical. So what do we have here? Well, what makes a first edition? Well, it's roll marked first edition, and it comes with Walther's metal night sights instead of the polymer ones. Although quite strangely, they're not elevated. That's why I have a laser on it instead for aiming. Well, for J anyway. And as you see, of course, it comes with a threaded barrel. It's threaded half by 28. And whereas the standard PPQ has a barrel right at 4 inches, this is 4.6 inches. And this is a M1 PPQ, so it has the HK, the German style paddle mag release, which I really like. It's truly ambidextrous, as are the slide release controls. Here's our standard 15-shot mag. And here's our extended 17. Typically these pistols when new came with 115 and 117, but for my kit I've added an additional 15, just why not? It's worth pointing out that PPQ M1 and PPQ M2 mags are not interchangeable because the M2 made for the American market uses a Browning style mag release. So let's get the Osprey on her. And the Osprey threads right on with no fuss because it is asymmetric, meaning it hangs down more than it sticks up. When you first start to thread, you just need to make sure you don't cross thread. Just don't let the kind of propensity to unbalance itself throw you off. Just go slow and steady. I usually turn my pistol vertical and just screw it on that way. But it goes on, and of course it has the latch on the Osprey here to time it. And I think it aesthetically matches the Walther quite well, even the lines and shapes and everything, and it works very well on this pistol too. In Germany and Europe, the common suppressor that Walther packs in with these is manufactured in Switzerland by Brugger and Thomat, B&T, but of course we cannot import those for use here. All suppressors have to be made domestically, and this seemed like a good fit. And the Osprey, there's all kinds of reviews and people that are a lot more knowledgeable than myself, but it's effective, but it's pretty lightweight. And even though this doesn't have the tall sights, it does not interfere with this laser here, so you can target that way. That's kind of my theory behind this gun at any rate. And it works quite well. We had no stoppages, no failures, and it held open every time. Of course, the PPQ has an MB slide release. Well, easier said than done when you're trying to do this single-handed. There we go. And for its day and time, when this was introduced in 2011, it had one of the best triggers available on a striker-fired gun, at least stock. It has typical take-up, but then a very clean 5 to 5.5 pound break with a very short 1/10 of an inch reset. And this was really an evolution from the P99, which itself had Generation 1 and Generation 2. And then it was kind of a development of the P99 Rad, made in Poland by FB Radom under license. And they introduced a lot of the newer features, like the more aggressive front and rear side serrations, the checkered octopus style grip, and this trigger is pretty much based on the P99 QA, which is similar to a Glock, but it's lightened and smoothed out quite a bit. It does feature a loaded chamber indicator, but it does not feature a cocked or a striker indicator on the back, as the P99 earlier did. Like I said, the standard gun has a 4-inch barrel with an overall length of just over 7 inches. So with the threaded barrel, it's about 7.5 inches, a little bit more. Standard weight is about 22 ounces, so this one's going to weigh in closer to 24, 25. And standard mags are 15 rounds, double stack, manufactured for Walther by Metgar in Italy. And they're an evolution of the P99 mags, which should come as no surprise to you at this point. Jan and I both have been longtime owners of the PPQ. I purchased my first one in 2011 when they came out. And then when I had a chance to get this first edition, I picked it up as well. I think I picked this one up in 2012 or 2013. This was actually from Lou Horton's, and it was one of their demo guns, meaning the factory had probably used it at SHOT Show or something, so it was a good price. Still had a warranty, but it's been a good running gun. But really, we just wanted to take the suppressor out again. And there are very few videos on the PPQ first edition, so yeah, why not? Very neat guns. A lot of fun, very ergonomic, very nice trigger. And these were built in Germany at Walther's Ulm facility. So these are not knockoffs or what have you. The first PPQs were imported still under the Smith & Wesson name, but then in 2013, Walther opened up a U.S. branch here in Arkansas and started importing them using the Walther USA brand name. Well, if you're interested in such guns, you might check out some of our older videos and what have you. Quite a big fan of Walthers. To me, they have the quality like an HK or a Sig Sauer, yet they're priced more in line with a Glock. And with that, I'll let you go. Do any of you own a PPQ first edition, or just want to talk about your standard PPQ? Jade has picked up a Q5, for example, which has a slightly longer barrel than this one. As always, if you could, like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to help support the channel, please check out the link to our Patreon page. This is Misha, and also on behalf of Jay, we will both catch you very soon next time.